The lack of effective adaptation to the adverse effects of climate change is likely to jeopardize the achievement of Millennium Development Goals of eradicating extreme poverty and hunger, ensuring equality and empowering women. It is against this background that a regional project funded by the Association of Strengthening Agricultural Research in Eastern and Central Africa, AZARECA, was designed to reverse the above situation.
The crop-livestock integration for sustainable management of natural resources project is funded by AZARECA. AZARECA stands for Association for Strengthening Agricultural Research in Eastern and Central Africa, and is being implemented in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Burundi. In this project, we are addressing the challenges of climate change and climate variability, which is leading to feed and food scarcity, water shortage, poverty, and all related problems.
The project's major objectives. Here in Uganda, in Masaka, particularly in Bukulula and Mukungwe sub-counties, over 150 farmers have directly benefited from the knowledge and technologies transferred to them by scientists from the National Research Organization.
The major activities under this project, we are looking at the nutrient recycling in vegetable production, because we believe and we know very well that smallholder farmers, most of they grow vegetables, but they rarely use manure from their grazing unit. So we are addressing the problem of we want to make sure that farmers have vegetables throughout the year. So we have provided irrigation facilities to the farmers, small drip irrigation. We have also provided water harvesting facilities in form of water tank, both from roof catchment and surface runoff. So farmers are now producing vegetables. At the end of the day, they are able to sell vegetables throughout the year, but they are also able to add value to the vegetables by drying, packaging. Then we are also addressing the problem of feed shortage through introduction and evaluation of drought-tolerant forages like Bracharia mulato. Bracharia mulato is one of the forages which is high-yielding, drought-tolerant, and it's very palatable to the animals. It's easier to handle, easier to propagate. Unfortunately, you have to use splits.
The project targeted zero grazing farmers with 1 to 2 cows. 76 years old Dachi Peter from Chitenga village, Kalangala Parish, Mukungwe sub-county, and his wife Nalongo Dachi are beneficiaries of this project. The couple has been trained in coriander leaf hay making, hay balling, and silage making.
So now this is the process of harvesting the coriander. We harvest the coriander at a period shortly before harvesting, in that the leaves are going to have a high nutrient content, because our leaf, the quality, the nutritive quality of our coriander leaf hay is determined by the level of nutrients in the leaves. And at this stage, just before flowering, that is when you have the highest nutrient composition of our leaf hay. We pluck off the leaves from the branches, because the leaves have the highest nutrient quality, and that is our focus. We're going to use the leaves to make our hay. So we don't need the branches. First of all, they will increase the fiber content in our hay. Then additionally, the branches and the stems are not as high in nutrients as the leaves. After obtaining our leaves, we spread them out in preparation for a process called curing. Curing is basically drying the leaves, because we're supposed to obtain a moisture content of between 15 to 20% to increase the storage of our hay and to reduce the chances of mold infection. Curing is best done under shade. to reduce cases of nutrient loss due to evaporation from the sun. Has to be dry in a dry place because our aim of curing is to reduce the moisture content. So we have to ensure that the conditions in which we are doing the curing are dry so as to prevent moisture getting into our hair and increasing chances of mold infection. So after curing for a period of approximately 1 to 2 weeks depending on the intensity of heat, we get the final product, which is the Caliandra leaf hair. The process of making silage involves cutting the grass. After you cut the grass towards nearing maturity, where we shall have the highest nutrient quality in the leaves, we use the foliar parts of the grass, that is the leaves, then the tender parts of the stem. So after cutting our grass, there are very many ingredients used in the silage making process. You can use molasses, you can use maize bran. In addition to grasses, you can also add the mineral salts, but that will all depend on the availability of the other ingredients to the farmer. In our situation here, we're going to use the Napier grass as our fodder grass, then we're also going to use maize bran. How are we going to make our silage today? There are different ways. You can either mix the ingredients together at once, or you can put the ingredients in a layer. So for our situation here, we're going to add 10 kilograms of our grass into the bag. Then after the 10 kilograms, we add a layer of 1 kilogram of the maize bran. Then we compact. Then we keep on adding until we fill our bag. The compaction is very necessary in that it reduces the amount of air in our silage. Air is not desirable in the silage because it will increase the rate of spoilage, as it will provide conditions for spoilage bacteria, which will reduce the shelf life and the utility of our silage. Why do we bale hay? We bale hay because there are periods where grazing is not able, for example during bad weather, yet our livestock still has to feed. Then we also bale because sometimes we have lush grass, which is very rich in nutrients. However, animals are supposed to be provided the grass at certain nutrient levels. So we bale it to reduce especially the moisture, and to obtain the level of nutrients that is adequate for the animals. Then other scenarios where we have to bale and provide hay during, for example, when animals are housed, for example, sick animals, lactate animals in late pregnancy. These are animals which are not going to be able to go out in the field to feed. So this is why hay comes in advantageous, in that we can be able to feed the animals without them going to the grazing field. Hay baling involves, the first thing about hay baling is to cut the grass. The grass is supposed to be cut at a height of around 30 centimeters from the ground to focus mainly on the upper parts of the plant, because these are higher in nutrients. Then after cutting the grass, we condition the grass. The process of conditioning the grass basically will require laying out the grass into the field. Then after, we also have the curing process. Curing process is going to be mainly to reduce the moisture content, so as to obtain our optimal moisture content of between 15 and 20%. And this moisture content is dependent on the type of the grass that is being baled, and also the level of technology you have for baling the hay. So after curing the grass, that will reach the point of baling the hay. To bale the hay, we need, for our local conditions, we need hay baling boxes due to unavailability of advanced technology. So here we use a hay baling box. After curing our grass, we bring the grass and pile it into the baling box. Then we compress the grass to eliminate as much air.
Zaid Dachi says, apart from feeding his animals with the hay, it's also among the generating activity for the family, since they can produce surplus, which they sell to other farmers.
During the dry season, as you see, I have no worry about feeding my cows because I have some beds here around. Apart from feeding my cows with dry grass, I get money. Some people have already applied for buying some beds here, and I will, of course. And if not selling dry grass, I sell material for planting. Thus I have sold so many bags to farmers who come, they want to multiply. We have sold over 70 bags going to various areas. We sell the planting materials in a bag at 20,000. So we feel we are happy with that.
Mu mwaka gw'2010 twatandika okutereka omuddo guno omubisi obayita silage. Akati nga tugutereka okweyambayamba mu budde obwekyeya. Obudde obw'enkuba omuddo guba mungi nnyo, kwegamba ne tusalawo okutandika okugutereka nga mubisi. Naye ng'ekintu kino okukitandika kyatuyigirizibwa bannaffe abannamulonge. Kaakati obudde bwe butuuka obwekyeya ng'emiddo ne mu bannaffe gye tugula tewali, ne ku ttale tewali, n'ennimiro zaffe nga zikendeezezza, tutandika okuliisa omuddo guno. Era nga buli nte tuba tusobola okugiwakira 45. 45 ezo ziba nga zigimala olunaku, kubanga enywerako amazzi mangi n'esobola okubeera nti tugifunamu ekyo kye twagala okugijjamu. Twatandika okufukirira okw'ekika kino, tulaba ng'ekintu kituyambye nnyo, kubanga obudde ne bwe buba bwa musana ffe tuba nga tulina enva, era irrigation eno etwanguyiza mu kufukirira kuno. So ate nga tulinawo n'endala ey'empiira twaliriramu singa tuba nga tulina ennimiro eziweze ne twalirira mu ndala, ate namuno ne tuba nga endala tusobola okugikola bwetu. Era ekirala kye tukola faamu yaffe wano, tukola omunnyo gw'ente guno. Bulooka eno tugijja mu bintu bino ebiba bitwetoolodde era bye tuba nabyo, oba ebiba bifisse nga bisobola ebyandibadde nga tubisuula naye ne tutabisuula. Tweyamba omuddo guno ogwa mulato oba olukonzikonzi ne tusobola okugwanika ne guba nga guli mukalu, ne tufuna kaliyandula omukalu. Byonna ebintu oba osobola okubisanga awantu ng'oli tabyetaaga, so ate nga gwe obirinamu omugaso. Ne tufuna omunnyo guno dayaleli gwe tugattamu okusobola okwongeramu kutuwoomereza ente n'esanyuka. Kaakati ne tufuna sukaali ggulu ow'amazzi gwe tweyamba akola ng'enkwaso okugatta ebintu bino. Kaakati bwe tumala okutabula bulungi nnyo ne kiba nga sukaali ggulu si mungi nnyo, kwegamba ng'owulira naawe oba okiwulira mu ngalo muli ng'ekintu kyo ky'okoloze kiyidde. Tuddira akatiba kano ne tukassaawo wansi wano ne tusobola okukwata ebintu byaffe bino bye tumaze okutabula obulungi nga bwe tuteekamu. Kaakati bwe tuteekamu tugenda tweyamba oluusi eccupa oba okunyiga n'amaanyi amangi, tugenda okwekanga nga kijjudde, tufuna kaboyi akakijjamu. Naye nga situnateeka muno tuteekamu kabutto, tusigamu kabutto okusobola okuvaamu obulungi nekitalemeramu. Kakati bwe tubimala tubissa awalungi awali nti empewo eyitawo okusobola okukala. Era mu nnaku bwe ziba nga zikaze okukala obulungi kiyinza okututwalira wiikisi 2 ne kiba nga kikaze bulungi ne tusobola okukiriisa ente naye bwe tuba tuliisa ente situkireka awo olw'ensonga nti kiwooma nnyo ente eyinza okukirya omulundi gumu tuddira era akatiba kaffe gye kali eriwo tubiteeka neebanga ekombako omugaso bulooka eno bwerina era olw'okubeera nga tuba tweyambye ebintu ebikalu amata geeyongera ate ne geeyongeramu n'akaloowo ate nayo yennyini obutwabulwa munnyo kubanga waliwo lw'oba nga toyinaawo ssente zigula akatafaali kali ako mu maduuka so ate bw'obeera ng'olina zino obeera ng'ozeeyambye ate nga zikola bulungi nnyo ddala.
In Bukulula sub-county, Nakakandi Prakseda says the introduction of water harvesting innovations has made her farming easier.
Obulamu bwange bukyuse nnyo mu kulima enva n'ebika byonna eby'emmere nga kasooli kubanga mu biseera eby'omusana luli saasobolanga kubeera n'ava naye kati mbeera nazo era kati mu biseera bino kasooli mpeke mwenda mufukirira